Active listening is an essential skill for employee communication and teamwork. I'll talk about what is active listening and how to implement it in this video. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg of Optimus Performance, and every week I bring you practical tips and ideas on leadership, team development, and performance management in the workplace. I've been talking a lot about team development in my recent videos, and when I talked about stage 2 of team development, there are 2 essential skills that are required in that stage. One is consensus building, and I covered that in a previous video you may want to check out. The other is active listening. And the 2 kind of go together because through the process of consensus building, you need to apply active listening. It's also a great employee communication tool in general. Why? Because it fosters teamwork, it fosters trust. People feel that they're really being listened to. And so it's really an important way to prevent conflict from arising in the workplace. So what is active listening? It's a feedback tool. The first part of active listening is to accept what the other person is saying. We tend to want to give our opinions very quickly, but that's not active listening. That's just responding. And that can lead to the person feeling like they're not being heard, to misunderstanding the person. So active listening really is the first step, is to just accept what the person is saying and not judge it. The second step is to give feedback about the content and the emotion. So you want to show that you understand the way the person is feeling. Here's an example. Let's say you have a team that's come together to discuss how to improve communication between 2 departments. Let's say the engineering and the marketing department. And one of the team members before the meeting comes to you and says, I really don't think this is going to go anywhere. It's just going to be a waste of time. We've tried this in the past and nothing has happened. I really don't want to go to this meeting. Probably you've heard similar things in the workplace before. So, the first step would be to just accept what the person is saying. It doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean that the same thing is going to happen again. But because of the past, they feel and they want to express themselves that this may be something that's going to be a waste of their time and just more frustration. So you would reply, if you were using active listening, yeah, you seem frustrated because of things not working out in the past and you feel it's just going to be another waste of time. First, you're accepting, you're not answering. And second is you're feeding back what they're saying in your own words and talking about how they feel about it. It's as simple as that, but yet it's not that common or easy to implement because it's probably not a habit that most people have. So in order to implement active listening, you need to, first of all, acknowledge that it's a great tool to use and why, and then start practicing it. Every day there's tremendous opportunity to practice active listening because we're always communicating with somebody, whether in the workplace or even personally in our family lives. So practice this so that it becomes a habit. There's also different ways you could use active listening, and find the way that works best for you and mix it up. Don't always use the same approach. So there are times when it's good to use active listening and there are times when it's not good. And you don't want to use active listening when the other person is being aggressive or they're in a depressed state or they're trying to manipulate you. You need to just find other ways to deal with the situation, or if somebody's just looking for a quick answer, obviously you don't need to use active listening. So use it when it's part of building relationships, showing that you understand, gaining trust, allowing people to express themselves. This will really foster great communication. Implementing active listening may not be that easy, especially if it's something that you're trying to do on your own. That's why it's best to learn this as a team and start practicing it together, encouraging each other, coaching each other. Let me know how this is working out for you. Check out some of the other videos in the channel on team development. Subscribe if you're not already. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk again soon.